Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220, KHTS. This is your host, Fred Arnold, on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. Joined again by another great friend of mine, Henry Rodriguez. Henry Rodriguez is a insurance agent with State Farm Insurance, entrepreneur. I call him an entrepreneur. Very involved in the Latino Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Fred.
Got your gala coming up real soon, right?
Yes, we do, yeah.
A couple weeks. And but I want to talk about Henry, his business, and some tips you need to know to make sure you have the right coverage when it comes to insurance. But before I do that, just a quick brief thing that impressed me. At the age of 19, he was one of at the bank he was working at, he was one of the youngest consultants, financial consultants the bank had in California.
Yes.
Which was very impressive. Impressive young man. I say young man, but you're making me feel older when I do that. And one of the fastest growing State Farm agents in the state of California the last 3 years. So welcome to the show.
Thank you, Fred.
I want to talk a little bit about why State Farm and why a big company versus maybe an independent, because there's arguments both ways.
I think naturally people go with they steer and they go toward the bigger companies, more reputable companies, just for the sake of better coverage. Again, I can only speak for State Farm, and we've been around for 100 plus years. We're very, very reputable. We have our slogan is like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and we truly mean that. We're going to be there. That if there's a fire, if there's if a washing machine breaks and your entire first floor is flooded, we're going to be there. We are ranked number one in customer satisfaction. We're not going to nickel and dime you, and when there's a claim, we're not going to nickel and dime you. That's kind of
you're going to take care of your customers.
We are going to take care of our customers. Yes,
that's most important. And so, when it comes to taking care of customers, one of the common things is having the right combination of insurance.
Yes.
Having the right coverages, or sometimes there's these little, I don't know if I call them riders, but they're little add-ons to your insurance that if you have, cost only a couple dollars a month, but make a huge difference. Let's talk about adequate insurance.
And it's critical to have that, especially in California. I like to say that unfortunately, we live in a sue-happy state. I mean, you tap someone and at the rear end, they're going to, 9 out of 10 times, they're going to get an attorney and do the whole song and dance, claim soft tissue injury. So I think what I'm trying to hit home right now is that Californians need to have adequate coverage when it comes to the auto insurance, most critically because there's so many drivers out there, and also looking into your homeowner's policy as well.
And how they work together. Having 1530, what is it, 1530?
That is a state minimum.
And that is not a good idea, because once they tap that max, they can come after you personally.
Absolutely.
And you don't want them to come after you personally.
Yeah. Assets could be tapped into. In California, they can garnish wages for up to 20 years, future earnings. There's all kinds of things that can happen with the way that the law works in California. So you're absolutely right, yes. Two
things. One, have a good driver discount. I know a lot of them do. And good grades. My 2 children, good grades.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's again another critical point in terms of just maximizing your savings. Encourage your kids and your teens to get good grades, because it does impact your premiums.
Better, yeah. Tell them every dollar. If you're paying for insurance for your kids, tell them every dollar I save for goods driving discount, I'll give you it in cash, and you can spend it at the mall. You want to see them get motivated?
Right. Yeah. Right.
So these little things you have to do in order to make sure you're adequately covered. And call someone like Henry. Henry's fantastic. He'll sit down. He'll explain it to you. But the key is, you want to look and see how your homeowners, your car insurance, and maybe a possible umbrella policy works together.
I think that's one policy that a lot of folks overlook, is that umbrella policy. Just for peace of mind, think of umbrella policy just exactly like an umbrella policy, and all of your assets go underneath that umbrella. Your home, your money in the bank, real estate, cars, everything is protected under that umbrella, and they start at $1 million.
And the key is, you might be a really good driver, but we have children that drive. We have people that come into our home. We now that I have kids that are 18 plus, parties that you don't know about.
Exactly. It happens all the time.
There's things that could happen, and life happens, and Henry, those that want to reach out to you, how can they get you at your
for those of you who know me, Facebook is big. You can reach me on online, www.scvinsurance.net. Reach me on my cell at 661-916-1162.
One more time.
661-916-1162 is a cell, and then most importantly, you can reach me at the office. And one of my 8 staff members who are dedicated to serving the Santa Clarita Valley and the entire state of California can be reached at 661-250-4892.
Henry, thanks so much, but most of all, thanks for all you do for the community, the Latino
Thank you,
Chamber
Fred.
of Commerce, the charity events you do, the friendship you provide to so many. You're a great man, up and coming. Well, I don't want to say up and coming. He's a leader in our community. He just happens to be youthful in age and looks, and so thank you for
Fred.
all you do.
I want to leave off with one other thing is that September 19th, just around the corner, that is our gala, our 4th annual Latino Chamber Gala, September 19th at the Hyatt, 6 p.m. It'll be a great event. And Fred, you're invited.
I hope to be there.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, Henry Rodriguez, State Farm Insurance. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Cruz Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. This is your host, Fred Arnold, on AM 1220 KHTS.